In this video, we're going to be looking at expanding a single bracket. Now, expanding a bracket means multiplying what's outside the bracket by what's inside the bracket. Generally, there's two terms inside the bracket, but sometimes there may be more. So here we've got 5 multiplied by a. So 5 multiplied by a is 5a. It's 5 lots of whatever a is. And 5 multiplied by 3 would be positive 15. Here we've got 2 multiplied by c, so that's 2c. And 2 multiplied by minus 4, which will give us minus 8. Here I've got my letter and my number the other way around inside the bracket. However, that makes no difference. 7 multiplied by 3 will give me 21. And 7 multiplied by y will give me 7y. Now we've got a number and a letter inside the bracket, but we follow the same rule. 6 multiplied by 2f. Well, 6 times 2 is 12, so it must be 12f. And 6 multiplied by 5 will give me plus 30. Now we don't try and bring our two terms together. As we know from collecting like terms, our 5a and our 15 are different types of terms. They cannot be brought together. 21 and 7y are different types of terms, so don't try and add them together. Now in these questions, we've got a letter and a number outside the bracket. So our rule changes slightly. We still do this, we still multiply together. So 5 multiplied by 2 will be 10. However, g multiplied by g will give us g squared. And then we've got 5g multiplied by 4, which will give us 20g. Now, although both these terms have g's in them, they are not the same types of terms. G squared is a different term to g on its own, so you can't add them together. We've got 7c multiplied by 3c, which will give us 21c squared. And then we've got 7c multiplied by minus 2, which will give us minus 14c. Again, those terms cannot be taken away. We've got 8x multiplied by x. Now remember, in front of that x, we can put number 1 if we need to help us. So we've got 8 multiplied by 1, which is 8. And then x multiplied by x is x squared. And 8x multiplied by 4 will give us plus 32x. Now lastly, we're just looking at a letter outside the bracket. We still follow the same rule. We've got x multiplied by x, which is x squared. And then we've got x multiplied by minus 5, which gives us minus 5x. Here I've got g multiplied by g squared. What that would look like would be g multiplied by g multiplied by g. So if we're writing it using powers, we're going to have g cubed plus 4g. And now lastly, we've got n multiplied by n cubed. So that'll be n to the power of 4. And then we minus 7n.